This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Tonight we're joined by now unified super lightweight champion of the world, Chantelle Cameron, here in New Hampshire. Chantelle, I guess it's a little bit colder than the WBC convention. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. A little bit tired from travelling, but I'm good.
That's good to hear. Now, you obviously just got here for the boxing on Friday night, but let's talk about that. You were out at the convention. How did you find it all?
Oh, it was amazing. It was such a good experience, meeting everyone, and just being there was unreal. So it was definitely worth going.
You told me Lee Eaton was around getting photos of just about everybody you could. I know you. I'm guessing you're a little bit more conserved around the boxing greats.
Yeah, I'm a little bit reserved where Lee's just out there doing his thing. It's good, great networking. So he was just dragging me around, introducing me to everyone. So it's good to have him there because he was actually making me come out my shell a little bit.
Let's talk about life then, because you've been out at the WBC convention, you're unified super lightweight champion now, you're out here doing a bit of media and promotional work this week in New Hampshire now. You must be really enjoying yourself.
Living the life, ain't I? Jet setting about. Yeah, it's great. It's unreal. What an experience, and just thanks for Eddie, really, for sending me over to Mexico, bringing me over here, and obviously to sit live and actually watch the fight. I'm going to get a better feel for my potential next opponent.
Let's go back to the Mary McGee fight. I haven't seen you since. I'm sure you've watched it back. What do you make of your performance? Were you happy with it when you look back?
Yeah, good performance, but like always, there's always room for improvement, and that's what I'm going to do now, is find out who's going to meet me in the final and then go make them improvements and make sure that I'm better in my next fight.
Was there any point in that fight where you thought, I'm going to get her out of here? She was tough.
Not a chance. That girl was so tough. I was hitting her with some shots, and one, I think it was round 7, it hurt my hand. And I was thinking, God, she's so tough. Like, I was literally just throwing this in her, and she was still there.
Did you sense a noticeable increase in your profile? You're getting so much praise for the way you were fighting, that all-action style. Do you notice when you came out and saw the comments and stuff like that, the good feedback?
Yeah, 100%. It's like I said, my whole career I've needed a fight like that. So I'm 15-0 now, and I've never had that kind of fight where I've been pushed as well. It was a competitive fight. It wasn't like I was in there and it was a walkover. It was toe-to-toe action. I was getting hit, I was hitting back. I showed that I'm durable, I can take a shot, I can give a shot. So I feel like that was like my coming out party to show people what I can really do. And that's what me and Jamie said all along, is I need that fight. I need that fight to people to see what I'm about. And even still, I've still got so much more to come.
With that in mind, I know people look at the night they became world champion often as the proudest night, but you said you felt this was more your coming out party. Would you even rate that above the night you became world champion, just for all the things you just said?
Without a doubt, yeah. I think that definitely was the best night of my life by far. By far, that was. So I think I opened a few eyes, and I got a bit more respect, where people have seen now like what I can do and how tough that I am as well. So as much as Mary was tough, I showed that I can take a shot. And she's a knockout merchant. She's knocking girls out left, right and centre, and she didn't really put a dent in me. Had a mark to her face, yeah, but if you've seen it, was like more like grazes, like marks. So it just shows how tough I am as well. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a fight where I can bite down on my gum shield and get stuck in. It excites me. I love it.
You said Mary was a puncher. Is she the hardest puncher you've been in with?
Yeah, definitely. She can really whack. She cut me with some shots, and I was like, she can really hit.
Let's talk about then tomorrow night over here in New Hampshire. We've got the other half of the Road to Undisputed tournament. Kaylee Reis, Jessica Camara. You're going to be ringside doing a bit of before the bell, and then you might be in the ring as well afterwards for the winner. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to the fight as well. I think it'll be a good fight.
Let's talk about it then. Who do you think is going to win and why?
I think Kaylee's going to win, just a bit more experience, better boxer technically. But again, you can't take away from Jessica. I think she's hungry, she's got a lot to prove, and look what's on the line. It's a massive opportunity for her, and I think if she comes out aggressive, comes out game and sticks it on, Kaylee, never know, it could be an upset, but I will go for a Kaylee win.
You'll know more about a fighter's mindset than me, so I want to ask you about that. When there's so much on the line, there's an undisputed title fight awaiting a winner, and you're on this big platform in a fighter's mind, do you think it's often sink or swim? We see some rise to it, but how does that pressure sort of add up in your mind?
Definitely. It's like my last fight, headlining the O2, fighting for unification. I felt like I was literally just thrown in the deep end. It was one thing boxing for a unification match, like that's a lot of pressure, and then to be headlining the O2, that was also the same. But I think in your mind, you just got to literally switch your mind to kind of ignore that and just focus on the job you're doing. And at the end of the day, the fight's a fight. It doesn't matter where you are. But I think for a lot of fighters, like it is sink or swim. It's a big platform you're boxing on. It's a big deal, and this tournament's massive for women's boxing. Like, not even just about the belts, just for women's boxing. This whole tournament structure is huge, and all eyes are on us at the moment.
I think that's something we need to see in more weight divisions. Just with here, you've had that direct route. You know, if you keep winning, you're going to be undisputed champion. You can only be healthy for the growth. I think that's something we could maybe even see at like 130 pounds.
I think now, as this tournament, I think there'll be a lot more tournaments for women. It makes sense, don't it? And it gets an undisputed champion in each weight division. So that's the most exciting thing about this competition now, is it's going to open the doors up to all the other weight divisions.
I spoke to Kaylee Reis yesterday, and I asked her about the possibility of facing you in the final. I said, would she be willing to travel to the UK? She looked straight down the camera and said to you, let's do it in Las Vegas. Why not do it in Las Vegas? Where would you want that fight?
Well, I'm going to reply to Kaylee, UK, all day.
Think that could do like the O2 or something like that? Is what you want? That what you would want the most?
Yeah, back at the O2, it was unreal there, but no, like, why not go take it to the UK?
Absolutely, I wouldn't mind seeing that in the UK. Now, look, we had some UK boxing last weekend, so we'll talk about that. Harper-Baumgardner's here with Kaylee Reis. We've seen her around the hotel and stuff. She became WC Super Featherweight World Champion, stopping Terry Harper. What do you make of the fight and that brilliant stoppage by the referee as well?
God, what a fight it was, and that Alicia, God, she's a beast. So much respect for her. She come out, she talked the talk and she backed it up, and that's what you want to see. If you are going to talk the talk, then you have to back it, and really, she did that, didn't she? But all credit to the referee as well, because that was such a good stoppage. I think that's the best stoppage I've seen, and I think it saved Terry from taking a lot more damage than she needed to take. But again, gutted for Terry, obviously. Just hope she bounces back. And just that Alicia, wow, I was really impressed by her. She could box as well, that's the thing. She wasn't just a banger, she could box. So I think she's dangerous in that division.
We know Terry's got a rematch clause, but after the nature of the way that fight ended, do you think she'd be best served maybe having a fight or two before jumping straight back into a fight like that?
I think she's so young as well. I think people forget that. She's young and she's got the whole world in front of her. Like, she's got all the time on her hands, and the world's her oyster. So why not just have a couple of run-outs and then get back into contending for world titles again? There's no rush for her. She's young, she's talented, she's got all the skill, and obviously that wasn't a good stoppage. Like, that was a big stoppage. Personally, I think she should go back to the gym, work on things, get her mind in a bit of a better place. Because obviously that's going to take something out of her, because that'll take something out of anyone. And then come back again. She'll come back. She'll be world champion again. But just no rushes there for her. She's young.
I spoke to Alicia just before in that seat that you're sat in, and she's already talking up the Michaela Mayer fight, an all-American unification fight, be huge for boxing. Can you pick between them based on what you saw last week?
That's a great fight. That's an unreal fight. I hope that happens, because I'll be a massive fan to watch that. But no, I couldn't pick that, because I was really impressed with Alicia. Really impressed.
It's mad to think, really, even though you're on, you're unified super lightweight champion, on the road to become an undisputed champion, there's still names that you could face down the line. You could do 135, they could come up. Are you still looking at these people thinking, one day I might be sharing the ring with these fighters still?
So I've just focused on what's in front of me, but at the minute, because there is no one, I'm waiting till tomorrow night to see you on boxing. That's definitely. Me and Jamie spoke about it, that if I win this tournament, I am going to go back down to 135, and go get some belts there as well.
Before I let you go, Chantelle, main event tomorrow night, Demetrius Andrade, and we've got Jay Quigley over. His Irish fans that came out with him, they're all in great spirits. How do you see the fight playing out?
Can't wait to watch that fight, and obviously I'm hoping that Quigley pulls it off. He's a nice guy as well.
All right, Chantelle, thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.